want to feel it, but I don't want my ears to bleed. Is that drama? Oh, I don't like drama, but I'm intrigued. Welcome to the show! Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to the channel. I'm KIDDKARIZMA. Today we're going to be checking out Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. It's supposed to be a indie text-based adventure game.
Night has fallen and you're weary from travel. Stars fill the sky above, and in front of you is a brightly lit wooden house, the only building you've seen for days.
Alright, let's go in the house.
You walk toward the house, hearing the sounds of laughter and talk as you reach the door and push it open.
Enter. A lot of talking. Click on the door? Yeah. Look at me, man. A vagabond. Money.
You sit down and join the game. It's a cheap buy-in, and not many of the other players are very good.
How do I know that? Look around.
The lady fiddling with dice gets good cards, but has no real strategy. The man to your right seems to just hold on to the highest cards he has, regardless of suit or any consideration of matches.
Okay. So the lady, she gets good cards but doesn't know what she's doing. The man to the right is holding on to the highest cards he has, regardless of suit.
The man in gray across from you, though, he's good. He already had the largest pile of coins when you bought in, and while your winnings grow quickly, you can't quite catch him.
I got a pretty good memory, but when it comes to math, yeah.
One by one, the other players leave the table, sometimes with pique or with wry humor, leaving their winnings with you or the man in gray.
Alright, so I'm picking up some money. Pocket watch. You threw a pocket watch, man. Oh. Harmonica. Is a key to what? Someone bet their house. Ooh.
Finally, it's just you and the man in gray. He looks at you, full of humor, and winks. Last hand?
Oh, man.
He deals, you draw, and look at your hand. It's good. It's great. The best hand, in fact. A royal straight flush.
Something makes me think
spades. Aces high.
He's gonna have something better. I don't think there is anything.
But the man in gray pushes forward his whole pile. You're not sure exactly how much it is, but it's more than you've got. You can't match that.
Don't fold. Match it. No, not match it, but yeah.
The man in gray stops you. Now, if you like, I'll let you wager your word. I know you'll be good for it. Just promise you'll pay the debt, however I ask.
There's no way I can lose, but...
The man in gray smiles. All right, then. I'll call.
Oh. Man. Exact same shit, and I have nothing. Just got swindled.
Well, your luck wasn't so good, was it? That's quite the hand, but not for the game we're playing.
Swindle.
I'm afraid you owe me. Your life, sure. But more than that, your labor.
I should have checked my cards.
You see, this land is built on stories. It's one big story, this country, woven of many small ones. Few of the small ones are strictly true, and the big story is mostly a lie.
Okay. You may continue.
All the stories and songs and myths and legends start somewhere.
Over here,
With a seed. As they're told and retold and passed around, they grow and change to become the stories we know. To pay your debt to me, you'll be carrying stories, finding the seeds first and then spreading them, telling them onwards so they can begin gaining strength. This is no light task. Stories are heavy.
Yeah, they are. What kind of stories?
Most of the stories you'll find will be small seeds. They might be true, but they'll grow wild and unbelievable with the telling.
So I'm gonna start a story and then carry
The more
it
important
around.
stories are the true ones. The ones people will tell you about their own lives. Those often get lost in the weaves of the big story.
Yeah.
The more true stories you can find and tell, the more you can weave that truth into the big story. Tarnish it a bit perhaps, but isn't a dingy and battered truth better than a shining lie?
Depends.
Now, go ahead. You tell me a story. I'll trade you some information about your task.
Okay. Well, what am I doing here? Got cards over here. The tarot cards. Let's go with death, change, endings, and moving on. Black and gray city where every building is filled with desiccated corpses.
I'll strip away your flesh to make the journey easier, but still you'll feel pain.
Don't touch my flesh.
Hunger, weariness, thirst, and despair. They're all part of stories, the part not often told.
Okay.
And death, yes, but don't worry. As long as your task remains, you come back.
You're saying I'm immortal, but I have no flesh. So, tells a story of an endless series of doors of different kinds, each leading only to more doors. And what if I do that?
You sometimes have to make choices about what kind of story you're finding. Is it a love story?
A tragedy.
Or a tragedy? Don't gather too many of one kind, though. This grand story needs variety.
Okay. Let's hit up Heaven Desire. Fulfilled wishes come true. Parting Cloud.
Your deepest desires? Your greatest wish? Heaven? Big Rock Candy Mountain?
Big Rock Candy Mountain.
El Dorado, the Promised Land. That place just over the ridge where they all say that the water tastes just like the sweetest wine.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know where that is. It's supposed to be somewhere in this country. Ask the people you meet. They're all searching for the same thing.
aren't we all though? Looks like, yeah, let's go with 3 estates. Tell a story of a northbound train blinking his giant eyes as it crawls through the night. That sounds like a good story.
Travel? That's your job. Wander from place to place, gather those stories and spread them. People get bored hearing the same stories over and over. But an old cliché in one state might be a rip-roaring new yarn in another.
This music slaps.
It's just luck. Funny how bad luck seems to follow the folks who already have problems aplenty.
It is true, but those kind
try your luck out there in this country.
Usually tend to lean on the
See how the dice treat you. It's not all bad. You'll have to work hard, but I'll give you the gift for seeing the true shapes of people.
Okay.
Not many who can do that. Go on your way, Seeker. Maybe we'll meet again, or maybe not.
Or maybe it's just gonna be a giant fucking train wreck.
Either way, it'll be an experience for you.
And for you.
I'm jealous in some ways.
Yeah.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
I don't even, dude, I don't know what I'm looking for, man. I walk in, lose a game of cards, and now you got me doing some kind of like carrying story around shit. Like, where'd this come from? Ooh, can I move? Do I get controls? Ah, look at it, I'm walking. Just enjoying this time here. Is that a chicken? That looks like a chicken.
Well, I'm gonna scroll my name on the bare bones of the earth.
Okay.
I'm gonna dig
First off. Yeah. I dig it, but it is not coming that hard. Oh, that's still coming hard. Oh yeah, I wanna feel it, but I don't want my ears to bleed. Let's go. How do I search? What is this?
This bungalow is being ransacked. There's furniture piled in the front yard, ammunition heaped under the mailbox, and a crowd of clean-cut men ripping apart a car in the driveway.
That's rather strange.
The two heavily armed, mud-caked women leaning over the porch railing share the same bored grin. One shouts at you. "Lend a couple innocent gals a cigarette?"
Yeah, sure, why not?
You are about to hand her a smoke when those men draw pistols and shove you hard into the dirt. "You know these girls?" they demand.
Nope.
Once they've dumped your bag out into the road, they decide you're harmless. "If you were selling booze too, you'd have a lot more cash," sneers one. On the porch behind him, the two bootleggers are fingering their empty rifles, grinning in disappointment.
I want to work for them. They're going to talk about being a bootlegger and saying I don't have cash. You know, they should offer me a job. Run some booze. I don't give a fuck. There's another story over there. Hold H to view the in-game manual. Nobody needs no manuals. Ain't nobody seen a physical manual probably like 10 years. There's a town over there, but what's this?
Off the road and into the woods, you can't help but come across this package by the old tree tied to a sturdy stick.
Looks like something's in it.
The cloth wrapping conceals, though not particularly well, something large and softly unsettled. Little eyes blink back at you from inside the bundle.
What can be the worst thing that could happen?
The shape gives a start.
"Please don't tell my pa that I'm in here,"
it says in a small voice.
Why not?
"Pa doesn't want to live with us anymore, but I want to go with him. Don't tell him, please. I'm hiding.
I won't tell.
You tell the boy you'll keep his secret. You don't see his father anywhere. You don't see another soul for miles.
Either that's something extremely crazy or his father's gone. I kind of want to know more of that story now. Where the hell's that kid's dad at? Oh, is this Portland? Portland, Oregon? Before I go into town, I kind of want to check this lighthouse. Is there a Sprint? No. Boston. Yeah, so... Yeah, okay. No, I'm over in Maine. Yeah, Portland, Maine. I see it now. Is there a map? I know it's supposed to be the entire United States. I want to get over to the mid. Yeah. Dude, look at all that, man. What the hell? There's Washington. Some shit going on in Ohio. Can I go into Mexico? No. Close. Close. Alright. Let's get to this.
You can see storm clouds on the horizon, and you don't relish the thought of being caught wandering this rocky seaside road in the rain. Fortunately, you find the lighthouse door open, with a daunting staircase before you.
I'm gonna climb up
At the top of an ornate wrought iron
only
spiral,
option.
you're breathless and feeling the strain on your knees. Rain already batters the walls outside. You can only knock on a heavy wooden door leading into the upper level. Muffled voices and light seep in beneath the door.
Put your ear to the door.
Looks like we got a visitor. Sounds like a man's voice, deep and rough.
Well, behave yourself. I'll open the door.
Oh, God.
Another man, this one with a higher, more sonorous voice. I always behave myself. He feigns indignation, but his tone betrays affection instead.
Wait.
After a moment, the door unlatches from the inside and opens. The man before you is tall and muscular, with a hint of a paunch beneath his wide chest. The heavy iron knob on the door looks nearly dainty in his huge hand.
Didn't want to be out in this rain, did you? Come in.
Despite the rough exterior, this room looks like a well-appointed parlor. There's a rug on the well-trod wooden floor and an enormously plush couch. And sat upon it is a stocky fellow grinning through a great hazel-colored beard. Tea? He offers, hoisting a teapot.
That's must be for a heart. Let's go love store.
We manage.
The tall one sits on the sofa, casually wrapping an arm around
I wasn't
the
even
other
thinking that till they
lighthouse
gave me the damn option.
The quiet suits us just fine.
He needs his quiet time. He's a writer. The tall one grunts.
I dabble. But you must have some good stories from the road.
Well, I have some.
You wake up the next morning on their old sofa, still warm from an excess of tea. And cakes? There might have been little cakes. Prodigious snoring rumbles in from the floor above you, and you quietly take your leave.
Alright, I'll be on my way. Did not expect that from a lighthouse. What's up, Portland? It's been a great city tonight.
They don't come every year, you know. The old man is sitting at the edge of a rotting old pier, with crooked
legs dangling over the water.
He watches a pair of seagulls preen and groom each other on a rock just off the shore.
They don't come here every year, you know. I won't let him keep talking.
They seem to wait for something together, fidgeting and rubbing against one another. And when they fly off, they fly together. These two, these same two, have been coming here ever since I was a boy. The old man says.
Fascinating.
He watches them fly away.
How do you know they're exact
until their bodies are dots vanishing into the low sun. Always the same pair. Wonder what keeps him coming back to this town. He shrugs. It must be home.
Maybe they just like being watched by you and sitting on that rock. Alright, what we got here?
The woman walks the small town square with the poise of
Is it a tear in your eye?
A confident stride and inimitable mannerisms elevating the sidewalk into a plush Hollywood carpet. And wrapped around her neck, a yellow velvet ribbon, bright as an ocean sunrise.
That makes me, have so many different colors for what bright as the ocean sunrise means. It could be fucking orange,
You question
yellow.
a well-dressed man parked outside an oyster house. Prudish woman. I took her on a fine date and she didn't remove so much as a ribbon. Excuse me, can you step back from the coupe? That's the spirit.
Yeah, that guy talks fast. I like him.
You decide to seek a second opinion.
He got through that quick.
You talk with a waitress smoking outside a diner. Something funny about her. Just showed up one day. Doesn't work, doesn't live anywhere far as I know. Just around. Myself, I'd love to know who made all her beautiful clothes.
Is that drama? Oh, I don't like drama, but I'm intrigued.
You ask the woman if you may join her at a public bench. You may. Lovely outside, isn't it?
That's a dude.
Her eyes are a beautiful shaded brown.
It's a dude.
Beneath the yellow ribbon,
It's probably not, but
fibrous scar.
the guy doing that
wraps
voice
around
is
her throat.
definitely a dude.
Weather like this, it reminds me of Paris.
It reminds me of Paris. Move on. Good for you. Where we going now? Shall I follow the coast into Boston? Wonder if the music changes when I hit different areas. Hold Q to hitchhike. Ah, he puts his little thumb out. Oh, that's dope. Sorry, I find that entertaining. Well, I'm gonna just walk along the road. Nope, I don't need a ride. I was just messing with you. No, not the clouds. No. No. Oh, I'm dead. I am in darkness.
A dusty truck and a man on horseback pull up next to one another in front of the grocer. Suddenly, the driver and the rider, two wiry old men with identical haircuts, start shrieking at one another.
Dude, I enjoy the reading and the voice. I just wish he would talk a little faster.
The man with the truck leaps into the street. "Brother!" he shouts.
Is that Rex?
The one on the horse tumbles out of his saddle. "Brother!" he screams.
Yeah, the first dude sounded like
They
Rex
embrace in the road.
from Toy Story.
30 years, hollers the driver. The rider, tears streaming down over his face, corrects him. "No, 32!
Alright. Wow.
Everyone here is watching these two older men cry and hug one another in the middle of Main Street.
Take a photo.
Cars and wagons are backing up. People are yelling.
Take a photo of us.
The driver begs you. Starts hauling a tripod out of the bed of his truck.
Let's get out of the road fast. Say cheese. Let's get out of the road.
As you usher them onto the sidewalk, the driver says,
Joe, I thought you were dead.
The rider freezes.
One slowly recognizes
Joe?
something alien.
He blurts,
I'm not Joe.
The two men stare at one another,
Yeah, dude.
each
Like,
slowly recognizing something alien in their mistaken brother's face.
they weren't even brothers. Good thing I ushered them out. What's up with the town? Red brick, green trees, blue sky. In this weather, Boston is beautiful. This is until you make your way deeper into the city and get lost among the cramped, winding, shadow-haunted old streets. Let's explore.
This city is like no other you've been to. Crooked streets splay out in a maze of narrow passages, no two alike. Soon, you find yourself in twilight, utterly lost. Bright light crests around one corner. A car approaching.
Taxi cab might get me unlost, but I live for adventure.
Unable to afford rescue, you keep walking.
I live for adventure.
The asphalt turns to crooked cobblestones that threaten to wrench your ankle out of place.
I feel that.
Was this always a moonless night? The stars multiply,
Why is
each one
getting that?
looking like a pinprick through which light is exiting the terrestrial world.
Where am I going?
It's hard finding your way through in pitch darkness. You go by touch and sound, feeling the scale of the streets by the echoing of your footsteps, fingers
Yes,
tracing the rough surface of the buildings,
I already read all that.
and then a rumble of noise in the distance.
I had read all of it by the time he was at echoing.
You quiet yourself, suddenly fearful. The clear sky tells you it's not thunder, but cannon fire. The city comes
Did I go
alive
back in
with
time?
fires and shouting. You find yourself trampled by a mob of men in thick brown coats,
Like
a
200 years?
phalanx of bayonets
Yeah.
advancing up the street.
That's the revolution.
When you come to, there's no sign of the commotion, the war that you were just caught in. The comically shrill
Out
honk
walking
of a
one
Model
night.
A running up the road startles you.
Yeah, I want to say
crawl
his
toward the
game's like the
sidewalk.
30s.
Above, the sky is a sharp, cold, cloudless blue.
Okay. Can I make some money here? Wander the streets looking for a way to make some cash. Let's panhandle. Everyone's a tight ass snob. Move on. Train station. No, I don't have the money to travel. Can't buy nothing because couldn't earn no money. Boston was a bust. Let's check out what this thing is. Wait, is there a store? Oh, there is a store over here. Yeah, I want that. Check out this farmhouse.
His clothes are expensive, but unkempt. A tailored jacket stretched and warped out of its best fit by long days on the road. His thinning frame weighs down the boxcar next to yours. You got a light, friend?
Yeah, I do.
You offer a match, which bends and nearly snaps as he scratches it against the pitted iron edge of the boxcar.
Thanks.
He mumbles, perching one last cigarette on his lip.
Why is it one last? What's the significance of you telling me it's his last cigarette?
Don't rightly know where I'm going.
You notice how deeply wrinkled his clothes are. It's as though a huge hand plucked him from a high society party and crumpled him up like a sheet of paper. Don't rightly know how I got going either.
Yeah, he's just a drifter.
They built a railway just past Missy Hudson's estate. A damned racket ruined our soiree. Might have been a few bottles of Armagnac too many when I walked down the tracks to tell them to keep it quiet. He drags on the cigarette, but you never see him exhale.
Is that why there's an upside down pentagram? Is that motherfucker a ghost? They get killed by those dudes. Oh, hey! No. No ride. No, I guess not everybody wants to pick up
Hey there, stranger. You're welcome to enjoy this fire with me. If you're respectful, that is.
What's up with the knife, bro?
This here is my spot, and I ain't inclined to share it with any bad characters. You can call me Quinn.
Yes, sir.
These here are my venturing companions. Cass is the big un, and the one with the spots is Flip.
Flip looks dope. Look at him.
I usually beat my way on the rails, but the road news said this town was fat, and the weather was fine. So I'm taking in the sights and seeing what I can drum up.
Yeah, that town was kind of a bust for me, dude.
I'm in the mood for something real funny-like.
Well, I'm inclined to tell some stories. You want... There's all the stories you collected so far. They're organized by subject because the boss likes tarot cards. This is the subject of the storyline. If you tell this person a story about love, they will tell you something about their own life relating to the subject of love. As the night goes on, the icon moves left or right. When it reaches the right side, the night is over. So is your storytelling. The person you're talking to will usually tell you where they will be next so you can find them again. You could tell them the types of stories they request and you'll gain their trust, and the eye will open. When it fully opens, the next time you meet them, they'll open up more about their life. They'll remember this from the conversation to conversation, so don't feel you need to open the eye all the way up the first time you meet someone. Dance around, you'll get to know them. You wanted something funny though. Yeah, the story of the two brothers. Yeah. Tell the story of the two men who mistook each other.
I remember that one. A couple good jokes can get you out of a fix sometimes.
Hell yeah.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about the past, but they say there's an Injun grave around these parts. Say it's haunted and full up with angry spirits.
Oh, I kinda wanna find it.
I used to love hearing stories of cowboys and Injuns fighting it up. Would swap tales with the youngins. But, well, I suppose if someone shot me, I'd be pretty vengeful too.
No.
Hey, tell me a funny story. You seem like you still got a sense of humor.
What do we got here that's funny? No. Woman arrested for bootlegging in Maine? No. Seagulls and the fisherman? Story of the boy who ran away from his father? That's kind of funny, yeah. But no. Elegant woman. Let's go with the boy who ran away from his dad. That's not funny.
Well, that sure was a downer. Give me a good venture tale instead any day. My family. There ain't no way I'm gonna start jaw-flapping about those bastards. Judases, the lot of them. Enough said.
Oh, so you don't like your
Hey,
family.
tell me a funny story. You seem like you still got a...
Dude, I don't really have anything. Like... What about women getting arrested? Is that funny?
Not sure I quite follow that one.
Exactly.
Authority. Bosses and such. I ain't nobody's little Angelina if that's what you're asking. I take care of myself and my dog. I don't need no jocker looking out for me. So if you're offering, don't. Shoot, I thought I told you to be respectful. Do you want to keep enjoying my spot or not? Hey, tell me one of those exciting...
Okay, something exciting? How about that ghost?
That was a chuckle to be sure, but do you know anything more lively?
So that was a comedy story? Are you shitting me?
Traps and... Well, one time in Fort Worth, a feller tried to take Cass and Flip away. Said a kid couldn't look out for him proper like, that they were fat in Fort Worth and they were going to the pound so that he could find him a good home. Well, before I could much argue, Flip bit the hell out of that busybody and Cass and I joined in shortly. I don't think I ever seen a fella so surprised. Guess I ain't going back to Fort Worth no more.
No.
Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
Thrilling. Dude, yeah, I'm almost out, so before I come to these points, I need to get a fat stack of stories. Yeah, I don't have anything thrilling, dude. You ain't gonna care about that or that. But that's the only options I have. Fuck it. No, that's sadness. Do that. Yeah, I don't care about that.
What's the use in telling sweet happy tales if in the make you snooze?
Yeah.
Love story. Folks sure seem to be eat up with the notions of love. Singing and talking about it all the damn time.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I see the appeal myself. Well, night's over. I think I'll see what's happening up the road this way.
Alright, so he's moving down through New Jersey. I'll know next time I have.
Didn't understand all your stories, but I'd gladly listen to more if I see you again.
Yeah.
The tramping life suits me just fine. Every day's a venture.
Alright, get out of here.
Things being so depressed, folks walk around like it's the end of everything good. But it ain't. Plenty nice things to see if and you know where to look.
Get out of here, you little tramp. Well, it's been dope so far. But we're gonna get back to more next time. So thanks for stopping by. And that's gonna do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it like I did, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified of what awesomeness I'm getting into. And make sure to drop a like on what you like so I can give the people what they want. And try these tasty nuggies off to the side. Damn it, Bane. Get out of here. Peace, y'all.